Is lifestyle the key to everything, would you say?
Not everything, but I'm going to tell you it's a huge factor.
Okay.
The mitochondriac mindset, the decentralized mindset, is always look in the environment for the defect before you look for the defect in you. The cool thing about the defect in patients, I think the cool part is, part 1 and part 2 told you how I think. I'm always looking for where the melanin problem is. Why? Because the melanin problem always tells me where the thermodynamic loss is. Is it light? Is it water? Is it darkness? Has the tissue itself started to break down? And see, I can figure that out. Okay, let me get an MRI. I can see white matter changes. You know, you and I talked about that the last time we were here, but after the podcast. I said to you, you know, bring me this, bring me that, let me see. And you're like, wow, you can really do that. You can do it. And I think I told Rick this story. I had a farm member that I saw probably 6-7 weeks before I came out to see Rick in March. And he went to see the Raiders doctor and the Rams doctor out here. He's a wealthy guy from California, Southern California. And he was having horrible pain in his hip. And he kept telling the doctor this. He went to see both of these doctors. And they both told him, look, when your pain gets enough, let's just do a hip replacement. That's it. That's what he got told. So he knew enough, because he's one of my members. Can you tell me about, would red light help this? And they looked at him, no, red light won't help this and that. But guess what? The $1 million athletes in the Rams and Raiders get that, but this guy doesn't get it, even though he's also a $1 million player. Hard stop. So he comes back to see me. We do his farm visit, and he tells me everything just like you're telling me about your friend. And I'm looking at the whole thing. I said, but you know, you got this, that, and the other thing. He wanted me to do an MRI of his hip. I said, will you just humor me for a minute? Can I do an MRI of your brain? And he goes, yeah. So I do one, and guess what I find? Right close to where the caudate nucleus is. It's one of the outflows of the substantia nigra.
Okay.
White matter lesion changes right there. Those go right to the motor cortex, to his hip. Now I'm going to give you...
So his hip issue originated in the brain.
But guess what? 2 experts that are hired by the NFL, you heard what they told them. So what I tell them? I said, get on a plane, go to El Salvador, which he did. He went there for 3 months. 3 weeks ago, I got a phone call from him. My hip pain's gone. He goes, I can't believe it.
The experts were orthopedic.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
I'm not a hip doctor. What am I? I'm the guy that knows how the body plan works. That's decentralization. Remember, I'm a neurosurgeon. The centralized part of me...
I don't want to say holistic, but
well, you can say
the whole...
Look, in this podcast, you guys can say whatever you want. I'm trying to tell you that, like, when I do podcasts or you interact with me, if you use terms that I don't like, expect me to bite you like a great white shark. Why? Because I think that we're not going to get the changes that we need if I get lumped in with people who are pseudoscientists.
It's a trigger. It's a trigger word. It's like a third rail kind of thing.
No, I think it's inaccurate. See, put all the metaphors on you want, Bill. It's inaccurate.